In this video, I am going to tell you about the electronic configurations. Electronic configurations. We can represent the electronic structure of atoms using electron shell diagrams. Electrons orbit the nucleus in shells, and each shell has a different amount of energy associated with it. The further away from the nucleus, the more energy a shell has. Electrons first occupy the shell closest to the nucleus, which can hold a maximum of 2 electrons. When a shell becomes full of electrons, additional electrons have to be added to the next shell. The second shell and third shell can hold 8 electrons each. The outermost shell of an atom is called the valence shell, and an atom is much more stable if it can manage to completely fill this shell with electrons. In most atoms, the outermost shell is not full, and therefore these atoms react with other atoms in order to achieve a full outer shell of electrons, which would make them more stable. In some cases, atoms lose electrons to entirely empty this shell so that the next shell below becomes a full outer shell. Deducing electron configuration. The arrangement of electrons in shells can also be explained using numbers. Instead of drawing electron shell diagrams, the number of electrons in each electron shell can be written down, separated by full stops. This notation is called the electronic configuration, or electronic structure. For example, carbon has 6 electrons, 2 in the first shell and 4 in the second shell. Its electronic configuration is 2.4. Electronic configurations can also be written for ions. For example, electron, therefore, has 10 electrons, 2 in the first shell and 8 in the second shell. Its electronic configuration is 2.8. There is a clear relationship between the electronic configuration and how the periodic table is designed. The number of notations in the electronic configuration will show the number of occupied shells of electrons the atom has, showing the period in which that element is in. The last notation shows the number of outer electrons the atom has, showing the group that element is in, for elements in groups 1 to 7. This diagram shows electronic configuration of the first 20 elements. Thank you for your time. Please subscribe to this channel for more updates and learning skills.